Who's going fishing Sunday?
I am. Let's go.
Let's go.
I am.
I'm in.
What? Wait. Can you put that cat down?
Yeah.
The cat's in.
I was trying to be a Bond villain. I apologize.
Yeah.
It's warm by this fire, Buck.
We're not even in the fire. We need to jump in the current.
We got to cool off in the current.
I just want everyone to know, I mean, we say it all the time. You have 7 best friends when you tune into us every week.
And it's wild because we used to say that, but now it's so real.
And it was just a real existential morning, guys.
Got existential.
Did you short drift them?
Well,
That's a yes.
That's what the Canadians say, no bueno.
No bueno.
If there is a traditional Canadian saying, no bueno. And we are back. You are listening to the Rutten River Pursuit podcast. We're in the current. There we go. This is Reality Outdoor Radio, where our mission is to get you in the outdoors by connecting you with the skills, products, and people you can trust. I'm Ryan. Who do we got here?
I'm Kyle.
I'm Will.
This is Dave.
Did I hear I'm Kyle? Did I just hear Kyle?
He's here.
Welcome back, bud.
Made it.
Oh, guys.
Glad I found you guys.
You know what? I got to tell you something.
Tell us.
This episode is brought to you by Finn's Fishing. Finn's offers premium braided line that are made in the USA, and they're custom designed for your specific application.
Yeah, buddy.
Whether you're punching those mats,
I love punching mats.
I know you do. You'd be using the original PRT braid, or if you're slinging topwater lures with the shock absorbing line, you'll be fishing with the premium super line that's engineered for one purpose, helping
What's that?
you catch more fish.
Catch away.
Nice.
Finn's also offers a braid specifically designed to help reduce wind knots. That's calling Stevie's name.
Oh, yeah.
Stevie.
They also have a line that'll help replace your steel cables on your downriggers. Follow them on Instagram or Facebook by searching for Finn's Fishing. Learn more about their products, or go ahead and just place yourself an order at finsfishing.com. Remember, Finn's Fish is better. Kyle's back.
He is.
That's encouraging.
How you doing,
We
bud?
must treat people nice around here.
I am doing well.
Yeah?
I'm doing good. How you fellas been?
Good, buddy. Good.
It's good to be back.
Did you get to see on the social media all that Underhill Forge stuff that Bucky was into?
I
And
did.
you got to keep up on that?
Caught the tomahawks and the tomahawks.
Nice.
Beautiful stuff.
Kyle, did you get out for first day?
I did. The regional opener for the southern part of the state.
You got yourself a little Trout of Control, did you?
I got super Trout of Control.
Yeah? How'd you make out?
Not that good.
Oh.
But this guy I know.
So you stay completely trout in troll.
Yes.
Trout troll.
But this guy I know caught a big old 23-incher.
Was that Nick Brasky?
That was not Nick Brasky. That was my buddy Anthony.
We'll call him Nick Brasky,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, we can call him Nick Brasky.
No, add the 2. Nick Brasky, 2.
2.0.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
23. It's a rainbow.
Yeah, it was a big old rainbow. But fishing was slow in the morning. That last 2 hours of daylight, it really turned on for us. But it was a pretty decent day overall. But morning
You
was
fished the whole day.
Yeah. Yeah, the morning we kind of do it more as like a tailgate than anything. We kind of just hang out by the creek, got a grill going, cooking burgers and dogs.
Breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. So it's more of, we're not really spending most of our time fishing in the morning. It's more just kind of hanging out, keeping the opening day tradition alive.
Checking holes.
Yep. Harassing people, yelling out once somebody hooks up.
Yeah.
Backpack.
Yep. Peg leg.
Prom night.
But, trout fishing overall was slow, but my buddy caught that big old 23-incher. I think I posted a video on my Instagram story at the time.
I didn't see it.
I'll show it to you privately.
Private viewing. I like it.
Nice. Did you catch that Hank Patterson episode we did?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Good old Hank. So what body of water are you fishing down that way?
We were fishing the French Creek, which starts actually in French Creek State Park.
We call it Freedom Creek.
Freedom Creek.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
And then meanders its way down through the rolling hills of Chester County and then flows into the Schuylkill River.
Okay, that's where that dumps out.
Yep.
Okay. What were you throwing?
We started out with power
Whopper
bait.
ploppers?
No.
Drop shot and whopper.
So
Sticklebacks.
it's usually a good mix because everybody has their go-to. So
Right.
Starting out, some guys were throwing minnows, some guys were throwing mealy worms, some guys were throwing power bait, some guys were throwing spinners. So we kind of had
Right,
all
but
the.
what were you throwing?
I personally was throwing power bait and spinners in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I had most of my luck on the trout magnet.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, so I actually changed it up. I was throwing more of like the natural colors and wasn't having a whole lot of luck. And my buddy who caught that big trout caught it on Chartreuse power
Pink.
bait. No, not pink, but so then I threw on
Pink's
Chartreuse.
hot.
Oh yeah, it's a good color. But so I threw on like the bright yellow Chartreuse trout magnet.
Yeah.
And boom, it was
Lit 'em up.
money.
Really?
Yeah, it was money.
Using the strike indicator floats,
I was not. I was just doing
bouncing them.
because where I was fishing is kind of slow water, like right before the fast water. So I didn't. There was enough current there already that it moved it.
Like
and-
3 split shots.
Yeah, maybe 2 split shots. I don't know if it was a 3 banger.
I didn't know how much current was right there.
But yeah, the Chartreuse bright yellow trout magnet was perfect.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well,
How
that's
about you?
cool.
Yeah. How about you
You
guys?
know what we should do now?
What have you been up to?
This guy, now he's got us all jacked up on trout.
Yeah.
We should call our buddy Brandon.
Oh,
from the
we need some Donegal updates.
Donegal Creek.
Love it. Let's get him on the horn.
Beep boop, beep boop.
It worked, I think. Brandon, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hey, welcome back, buddy. How are you?
Oh, I'm great.
You trying to keep it in control, or you still try to control?
You out of control?
Yeah, I'm a little out of control. Some strong currents, you could say.
Yeah, buddy.
I like it.
Jumping right into the current.
He's in the current.
Hey, so Brandon, I didn't get to actually touch base and catch up with you last week when the rest of the boys did, but I wanted to once again mention the kids' day you guys just had.
Pancakes.
Yes.
With there goes Will and his pancakes.
Pancake Kids Day.
That guy cannot get enough of those pancakes. I'm telling you. But I wanted to say thank you because I know the day that you guys put on up there for the kids is just priceless.
Yeah, it was a great event. I mean, we had a great turnout, so I couldn't ask for anything more. I mean, it's getting more and more known, and hopefully we can grow and even get some another 100 kids out next year. So.
Brandon, I hate to say this, but is that spot going to be big enough next year?
Well, that's another thing we're going to be discussing on our next meeting coming up because we have some other choices. Columbia Sportsman Association just bought some land. They're putting a pond in, and they would love to host us. So we have options. So
yeah. I mean, it's awesome. It's perfect. The depth and everything like that.
Yeah.
And the trout that you guys can put in there, and I mean, it's a perfect spot. But if this grows, the way that it should, I don't know how long you can hang out there.
Yeah, definitely going to have to look for different locations coming up in the future. Well, hopefully. I mean, we want to grow. So
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we don't really want to. I mean, the church has been great. It's 22 years, I believe. It's the 23rd year, I believe they've done it there. So
That's awesome.
It's been going on for a long time there. So it's going to be hard to break away. But when you have 300, 400 plus kids, it's. You don't want people waiting in line.
Yeah, you need a bigger spot, but it's got to be close enough that Will can still get his pancakes. So just make sure you take that into consideration.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful location. The spring that comes right out in the back there, and
that's the headwater at Donegal. So
yeah, and it's got the limestone walls and everything like that. It's a beautiful place, and just to.
That limestone is one of the reasons the creek is such a clean and healthy creek. That limestone really helps out.
Yeah, I believe it. I can't wait. I'd like to get out and one of these times here with you and maybe get some footage of the creek and show people what we're talking about.
Definitely. I want to get you guys out there sometimes, but Definitely. I have extra fly rods for all of you, even catfish.
Oh boy.
I'll bring payday bars.
Oh yeah, he'll love that.
We're in.
We're in. All right.
So the kids' event, went very well, I assume.
Yes. We got a lot of donations and a lot of new people showed up, so that's a good sign.
That's great. How are the property fences that I know took a hit with some of that flooding? Did they get some of those back up?
The farmers went down there. I know it's Brewbakers. It's 3 different properties that are there, and they were down assessing their right now. They don't have cattle right now.
Okay.
So, and water buffalo is really what they put down there. There's big, scary water buffaloes that stare at you when you're trying to fish.
Yeah.
They haven't been down there for like 2 years, and so I don't know when he plans on getting them back. But I'm sure he'll have those fixed up by then. So
you should have like Crocodile Dundee come in and just whatever. I can't remember. Yeah, that's what he did.
I'll tell you, I got it. One day he had me pinned. The bull had me pinned. I couldn't leave. I couldn't until dark. Until he finally walked away.
No way.
Yeah, he was on the other side of one of the stiles that you get up over the fence, and he was just standing there waiting for me. Staring me down.
They said that you
animal.
They said that you have calves only a cow would love. Is that true?
Well, I don't want to get into that.
That's funny. Those
talk
styles,
about some trout quick.
I was going to say those styles that they use to go over those fences is the reason I was asking about the fences, because I know you said they're sort of out of commission until the fences go back up. Those are a couple Eagle Scout projects and stuff that they had going on. They were just beautiful pieces of work.
The kid's name was Eagle Scout. Brandon Hess was his name. He completed 8 of them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so they're ready to go. We just need a place to put them. So.
Nice.
And that'll be another work party, of course, because we're going to need hands. They're actually going to be assembled down at the stream because they're not. You can't really carry them. They're big V's. Can't really, unless you get a Mack truck, I guess. But nobody wants to drive that down through the farm.
Right.
It'll be some hands on deck for that one.
So, Brandon, is the club continuing stocking of the Donegal stream throughout the season?
We were hoping that this November we should be able to put some in. If not, we'll definitely be back for next year for the spring. So.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. Also, wanted to mention to you guys, we have a GoFundMe page.
Oh, very cool.
For Raceway donations. Yeah, if you look up Donegal Official on GoFundMe.com, you'll find us. If you got a pile of money laying around that you don't want, just put it right there.
Well,
As soon as I find that, then
you're going to hit it up?
That will help go towards rebuilding the nurseries and getting you guys back into...
Yep, that's all Raceway donations there. So we can get that going. We actually got a grant from the PA Fish and Boat, too. So
wonderful.
We're looking, that'll help us out a lot, too.
Yeah, and the work you guys are doing on that stream, just keeping it in the shape that it's in, it's phenomenal work. Like Will said, if we can get out there and get some footage out so everybody can see this stretch that we're talking about, it's a beautiful piece of creek.
I actually met 2 guys down at the creek 2 days ago that heard about the creek from Rutten River, from the podcast.
Nice.
And they looked it up on the state page, and they came down and I met them, and now they're looking to join the club. So.
Very cool. That's really great. And, we hope that you are able to hear a little bit more from us and some of our people's, they're all best friends of the show. Everybody that, that are going to come out and enjoy some of the stretches of streams around the area. And right now, like I said, we're focused on Donegal Creek because of the flooding and
it really is a gem for this area. I mean, to have something that beautiful and that pristine. And the before and after pictures, you've seen it in the 60s, what it looked like. It's a completely different creek.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm looking forward myself to get down there doing a little bit of nymphing.
Are you?
Nice.
I'm ready for it.
Nice.
You don't even know what that is.
I do know what that is, Will. I do a little bit of fly fishing. I used to just focus on dry flies. Like I love the little top water bite when they're rising.
That's fun.
But nymphing is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
that's mostly what I do.
Yeah. I think we get Will out there and learn him a thing or two.
I'm sure you're gonna need a lot of help. And I have a little bit of knowledge. I have a great resource in a cousin of mine that has a fly shop that we've talked about many times.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
I don't do it enough, and I sure would love to do some more stuff around here. And
Well, what I do is, if you when I started out, I would just bring a flask full of whiskey.
Yeah.
So, and when you get frustrated, you sit down, you have a drink.
that's perfect.
Huh.
It helps.
Maybe that's why I like fly
It's a very
fishing.
humbling sport. Yeah, exactly.
Could be it. That rings very true. I like it.
Yeah, it can be very humbling when you spend 20 minutes getting a knot out, and then your next cast goes in a tree. It's like, all right.
That's it. I'm gonna need to get out my buddy Jack.
Yeah, and I noticed this year. I think I used to just be so proud of my eyesight and how it's better than 2020. I think
Nice.
I think they're starting to fade a little bit. I had some trouble just threading the
No.
line into the hook eye.
What?
And things are starting to get a little blurry, a little weird looking.
You get to those size 28 midges. I lose about 5 or 6 of those before I get one tied on.
Oh, that makes sense. Whew.
That's small.
Yeah, they're tiny, and it's amazing the size of a fish that will eat that.
Yeah, you're 100%. The first time I ever caught a trout, I on a fly with Sean and Sean Holsinger, and he's like, he told me what ripple to throw at and all that stuff, and I was able to somehow execute it
Nice.
the way it needed to be done. And
Executed it perfectly.
Nice.
yeah, and
Hey.
and a fish comes up. I caught a nice trout on this little tiny nothing of a
Yep.
feather.
Yep. Looks like a little bead with a hook on it.
Yeah, insane. So, but I don't, I hope that people can hear this and they're not as freaked out or weirded out by it. It's just not the same. Bass fishing and fly fishing or trout fishing, like they're just, sometimes they can be completely different animals, and that's it.
Yep.
So get out and do something that makes you slightly uncomfortable, but you guaranteed it's a blast. I've always had a good time.
Yeah, it is fun. It's just fun getting out in the water. I mean, we got deer and there's hawks down there, and the other day they stocked Donegal, the state. I took a drive through. About an hour later, there's 3 eagles going overhead of Donegal Creek.
Don't say that.
No.
You'll get Bucky fired up.
Yeah, there's one nesting down. It's on private land there, so you can't really get to them. But there's I think they know when the stockings go on, because the herons start getting all active and the eagles start getting on. It's like, hey, there's free food in the creek.
Bucky calls that the trout stamp's an eagle feeding stamp.
Oh, yeah, eagle feeding stand. That's great. That is great. I'm going to adapt that if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, steal it. He'll love it.
They know what those trucks look like, just like we do. They follow them.
Yep. They follow them around. They're filled with food.
Yeah,
and dumb food at that.
He always wants, why do I have to pay for an eagle feeding stamp?
That's great.
Oh, man. Well, Brandon, thank you so much, bud. It was great catching up, and we look forward to another update from you here.
Yep. Well, after this next meeting, I'm sure I'll have a lot to tell you. So
I can't wait.
Sounds great.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Yep. Take care. Thank you. That's good people right there.
Oh, yeah.
Good
I
stuff.
do. I can't wait to get out on the water with them.
Tell you what, I've been out once since opening day, and it was full. Like
With your corn and red wigglers?
Yeah, of course. And it's a stretch of stream, and where you park is at a gate, and there's a dirt road past the gate. And later in the summer, they open the gate up and you can drive back. And this time of year, they have it closed. There's like 15 trucks at this gate.
Really?
And I've never seen that many, like other than opening day, which I'm barely ever there opening day.
Did you ask if they listened to the podcast?
Oh, of course. I was handing out business cards the whole way up and down.
Putting bumper stickers on all their trucks.
Yep, exactly.
The one time I was out since opening day, the first guy I got to say something to about the podcast, he's like, "Oh, yeah, I know you're with Trout River. I'm DK's cousin." I'm like, "Oh,
really?
Jeez." Try to spread the word, and I get one of DK's cousins. So what can you do?
There's a lot out there. So
Yeah.
Small world.
Your people are everywhere. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's partly the weather that has something to do with it, but those streams have been packed.
Yeah, because the
Definitely.
past weekends, been ideal trout fishing weather.
It's weather. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's got to be. And the weather's been beautiful.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of guys pulling some out. I know that the stretch I was fishing is stocked by the Isaac Walton League of York.
Okay.
Kind of same situation Donegal does. You know, they have their own hatchery and they keep a stocking going on throughout the spring.
Yeah.
And they do some great work in southern York County. So
Yeah. That definitely helps anytime that you get some extra fish put in there. But, man, I think people just had such cabin fever. If you think about the whole summer that we had last year, plus fall was super wet.
Yep.
It was tough going. And then what felt like an exceptionally long winter. And the weather finally broke.
Definitely.
Right around the same time trout opened up.
Yep.
But you know what else you can do this time of year?
What are we going to do?
Something a little special for you guys. A little treat for you.
What?
If you notice, there's a couple guys missing.
Yeah, where are they?
They are on location. What I want to do right now, try this, see how it works out.
Let's try it.
We're going to go remote on location and visit with Steve and Bucky on the Delaware River.
Beam us up, Scotty.
Let's
Are
go
they
see 'em.
Shad of Control?
They are shad. They're shadding their pants right now.
And we are, I won't even say back. We're here doing something for the first time ever, Stevie.
Right.
What are we doing today?
Well, we are fishing on the Delaware River with Captain Kevin Coulihan from the Blue Heron Guide Service. And this is new for me.
We are on the water, though.
On the water.
Podcasting from
Yeah.
his, how long is this, 24?
It's overall 30.
30-foot pontoon boat, and it is spectacular, folks. We are battling a little bit of the wind. You can hear that. You know, it's not studio grade quality, but it's outdoors.
In addition to Captain Kevin, we have John Augustine from Hardcore Shad Spoons and George from Pocono Outdoors Guy. And you know, George has been a long time friend of the show, our Turnpike Brotherhood, and George and John was able to set this trip up for us.
Well, it's good to see you guys out in the water again. It's something, you know, it's becoming a yearly pilgrimage for you guys to come out and join us for shad fish, and it's something we just really enjoy kicking off the season.
Yeah, and this is much different than what we did last year. This is interesting.
I like this, Steve.
Me too.
I didn't have to put on my waders. I didn't have to slip and fall into the cold water.
My feet only got wet because you hit them with a hose.
I thought you had boots on,
No,
though.
they're not boots. How could you mistake this for boots?
Well, because it's April, bud.
They're slip-on Crocs.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were wet waiting today.
Well, we're not.
But I apologize for giving you a wet foot.
Before we get into talking about the actual charter service or guide service, Captain Kevin's guide service, I want to give John a minute to kind of open us up and tell us about his company, about Hardcore Shad Spoons.
Oh, well, we just started out back in the 80s and we wanted to make a better spoon, I guess. Nothing was really identical, so we wanted to make something that was the same and you throw out every time, catch some fish with it, basically. We just tried to make it the best we could make it.
So you've been around since the 80s. Wow.
Yeah.
I keep looking down here to water. I feel this rod moving every now and then.
John, you started shad fishing here in this very river. Is this where it all started?
Yeah, in the 80s, that's we were tossing lead, yep, at that point.
Oh. And what made you come up with your shad spoon?
Well, they were already out. They had micro spoons even on the California coast, and guys were making them around here. We just tried to make them a little better, the best we could, you know. Tried to really dial them in rather than just popping them together. That's all.
Gotcha. Well, we've been dialed in with them. We have been catching them on these spoons. That's for sure. I mean, it's not like they're finicky on. They're liking them when we do get them today. Yeah, we're kind of in the lull of a great, I guess, school of shad that came through yesterday, boys. Is that what we call it? A school of
a pod? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just getting into the height of the run. I think this is pretty much where it's all, going to start getting better from here on out. But we had a good bite yesterday, and we're trying to mimic that again today here. So I'm trying hard to put you guys on as many fish as I can.
Well, I tell you what, I've always been known to say, if we don't have a stringer full of fish, we certainly are going to have a stringer full of memories here today. That's for sure.
Captain, can you tell us a little bit about your boat? Because this is incredible. I'm loving this boat.
This boat is pretty much just something that I came up with in my head. I wanted to mimic a smaller version of a Jersey Shore pontoon headboat. So this is pretty much my miniature version of that. I wanted to do a center console with no obstructions, so you could 360-degree fish all the way around the boat. Keep everything as clean as possible on the deck, and just gear it completely towards fishing, and that's pretty much what it's built to do. So
there's 7 of us on here today, and there's probably room for another.
Hush. More will want to come next year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's full.
Yeah.
No, there's probably there's room for more. There was room to grill.
Yeah, there was room to grill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got to say, Bucky did go overboard with those sausages for lunch.
Does.
That was awesome.
They were good.
He does. He always does.
Well, I heard the call to get some good meat for on the boat. That any meal on a boat is a good meal.
That's right.
Delicious.
John, how are you and Kevin associated? How did you guys find each other?
Just with the shad spoons, I kind of meet a whole pile of people up and down the river, and that's the greatest thing about it. And I got to meet Kevin, and we got to talking, and just thought, wow, we should all get together. I think it's just a great thing. I already knew George and Josh, so
yeah,
and it just seemed to work out, and we're having a great day, so it all worked perfect.
Captain, you use John's spoons pretty regularly, right?
Yeah, pretty much exclusively. And the last couple of years, I've been using them. We've really done very well. I'd say, last year we caught somewhere in the realm of 500 shad or so on John's spoons. So it's been really great.
How do you fish? For people that are interested in taking a trip with you, what's a typical trip look like?
Typical trip looks like, well, I'm privileged to live on the river where you guys met me at my dock. So one of the privileges I have is I don't have to meet you at a boat ramp and trailer my boat to the launch and be in and out at a certain time. So
yeah, that was nice.
We can meet right at my house. You guys have parking, private dock, and there's a host of good fishing areas right within a 5-mile range north or south of my dock that I've been fishing for about 18 plus years now. So it's great. I mean, my boat doesn't have the range that some of the other rock-proof jet boats have and things like that, but there's great fishing all around. You just need to know where to look. There's all types of fisheries too, from smallmouth bass to striped bass to shad to walleye. I mean, this is a 12-month-a-year fishery on this river here.
Really?
If you want it to be. Yep.
How long do you run throughout the year?
I run this boat goes in mid-March, and I pull it in November before the first freeze, and then I have a smaller aluminum boat that I keep in the water pretty much the entire winter that I just pull up onto my riverbank out of the ice, and we can catch walleye pretty much most of the winter.
So you guide almost all year round then, huh?
Yeah, and this is a newer venture. I've been a captain for a Coast Guard certified captain. I did a lot of offshore fishing before I started this venture, but I got into this because I have the river in my front yard, and I love it. I love the fishery that are here, and it's just seemed natural. So I want to, just sort of, that's building this boat was sort of the basis for that little business, and just to try to get friends, family, and fishermen alike out on the river to show them what we get to do here.
This is a beautiful river. How about
Yeah.
it, Phil?
I'm blown away by this Delaware here. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, and as you guys know, we're fishing right in the cut of a wing dam, so that's why we have this sound of the there's rapids ahead of us and some wind blowing up river, but it's really a serene river almost all the time.
I was just going to comment about how beautiful the day is. You can start seeing a hue of green up into the trees. Spring has sprung, and so is fishing season. I just can't say thank you enough to Kevin and John and George for making this happen for us today. I'm just blown away.
Kevin, how can people book a charter? Do you have a Facebook page, website, phone number?
Yeah, I do. Most of my advertising lately has been through the Delaware River shad fishing Facebook page.
Okay.
A private Facebook page is under construction now, but I have you can search me and talk to various people that have come out with me, and as the season goes on and into next, things will be a little more accessible for that. I have a lot of local shops, restaurants, the areas within my reach of the river have my business cards and the local tackle shops and stuff like that. But an online search or the Delaware River shad fishing Facebook page, I have a lot of information, pictures, videos, things like that people can see the boat and see what kind of fishing that you can get into.
Okay. Hey, John, get back to your shad fishing for a little bit. What's the biggest shad you've ever caught through here? So you've been fishing this forever, right?
Yeah, well, we've caught them over 6 pounds, and it just seems like they come through every few years where you get some real big runs of monster rows. It doesn't seem like every year, but when they come through, it's a blast because they use every inch of their body in that current to fight.
That's crazy how that worked. Josh had hooked one today. What did we think that one weighed?
Oh, that was up there. I think that was probably one of the biggest ones that we've ever caught.
Really?
Both fishing together, yeah.
So that was 6+ pounds.
It may have been. It was hard. I mean, they always look bigger when you lose them,
Yeah. So. And he fought it for
that was a while.
And was commenting about how tired, how sore his arm was.
And in this
after that.
and in this water is so clear. We're looking down 8 foot of water down to the bottom, and you can see the shine of these shads in the sunlight, and it's just far off. And then you see that kind of action that far off, you wonder, how big is that sucker once it gets up?
Well, you see them jumping too, and that just gets you all fired up.
And they fight, guys. I mean, I put one on the boat first thing this morning, and I couldn't believe it. Zizzed me. It took out line. It came back.
The rod was in the water 30 seconds, I think, and you had one on. Yeah. John, how can people do some research and learn more about hardcore shad spoons?
Well, we have a Facebook page, Hardcore Shad Fishing, and my main page, just under my name, John Augustine. We do a lot of posting, and we kind of stay with the shad migration, and we follow striper migration too. Mm-hmm. But we have a website which is hardcorefishing.us, and you can look through that and order through that also.
Okay.
But most of the guys on the river, I think they pretty much know who we are by now, and I pretty much love. The best thing is I get to talk to everybody. Sometimes I get to meet them on the street. We'll meet and sell some spoons that way too, and I really enjoy that. People call up and ask for information, which I gladly help them with anything.
Yeah.
So it's mostly the camaraderie of it. It's not really selling the shad spoons.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's just kind of your excuse, huh? Get out, pal around, and go fishing. I go sell some spoons, honey. I'll be back.
Bucky, do you think these spoons catch more than just shad?
Stevie, I've heard a rumor, as Adele would say it. Rumor has it that these spoons can also catch some nice panfish.
Really?
Yeah. I heard from a buddy of ours.
Have you seen that, John?
Oh, yeah. I seen them. The crappies love them, that's for sure. You know, the guys down in Florida catch a lot of crappie with them as well. I guess you guys have hooked up, I've heard and seen.
Yeah.
And we got even some sturgeon out of the river. I guess sturgeon was hooked up last week. I don't know if they got that in, but it was on there. And striper, and we got some muskies, we got some bass, walleye, trout. I mean, it's kind of whatever's in here.
You call them shad spoons, but it's really fish.
Yeah. You just don't have to eat shad with these spoons.
I heard that.
You know, you can put them on the table for crappie.
Yeah.
Walleye.
George, before we wrap up, why don't you let us in on what's going on with you? It's been a while probably since Christmas, I guess, since we've talked.
Oh yeah,
how's the year been going?
Things been going pretty good. You know, been pretty busy with show season. We've been out meeting a lot of people. That's one of our favorite things to do. Like John said, it's getting out, meeting the fishermen, and just talking, time on the water and stuff like that. And we've been out doing a little ice fishing. It has been real active, but we've been out.
But you guys had a good season, though. I saw some nice fish.
We love doing that. We just love sharing the experience. And like today, a lot of people think like trout is the start of fishing season. For us, it's always been shad. I grew up here in eastern PA, and growing up actually very near the river, this was always the kickoff of your fishing season. You come out to catch shad, whether it's from a boat or a bank, and this is really what it's about. So from here out, it's game on. We're out.
Cool. All right.
So what I'm hearing is we have officially kicked off PA fishing season.
I think officially with
shad,
twice,
and then Saturday with Trout of Control.
More trout. Yep.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, dang. Well, it's good to be doing it right then.
I heard that. Yeah, this wind is really starting to whip us around here. So
it's blowing me away, Stevie.
We'll wrap this up. Kevin, thank you very
Kevin,
much.
George, John.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. See you guys out here.
Our
Been a lot of fun.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Ring 'em weedless.
All right. Well, thanks to those guys. I mean, come on. How was that for our first live on remote?
That's crazy.
Sorry about the wind.
That was shad-tastic.
We can't control the weather, folks.
No.
We can't control the weather. But yeah, that sounds like we had a good time out there.
Sounded like a blast.
Yeah. Old Chef Needlenose was at it.
At it again.
You can't keep that man away from a grill, even on the river.
Can't tame him.
Good day.
Sounds like a great trip.
Yeah, George and Josh from Pocono Outdoors Guy, John from Hardcore Shad Spoons,
Captain Kevin.
Those guys, good people, good times. So, Will.
Yeah, bud.
What have you been up to this week, buddy?
I mowed for the first time.
I saw that big giant mower out there. Does that take you about 1.5 passes? That thing is massive.
It's a big walk behind.
I've never seen.
Love me some walk behind.
It's not a push mower. Obviously, it's got some power to it, so you're just walking behind it. But that thing means
Deke
business.
runs a pushover mower. He's sorry, Deke. No, I it's a Cub Cadet. It's one of the walk behinds.
It's nice.
I like it. It's very
good
nice
stuff. And I wanted to tell you that I noticed pulling up tonight and walking in here, that was the first time I had that smell this year of that fresh cut grass smell.
Sorry about that, Ryan.
I had, the funny part is it's probably, I could probably put it off, but I have it's patchy. There's overgrown and there's, so.
Right. There's still some stuff that's a little
even
browned
it
out
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to mow. I was kind of anxious to get out.
Therapeutic.
And do it.
I raked mine out tonight.
Deke, how'd you do in your archery league?
Oh, what did I finish?
26.
Out of
I'm going to wait.
Out of 38.
Wait. That was good, bud.
Out of 38. I missed 2 weeks.
How'd you fare in that league, Will?
10th.
Adam and I got 10th.
10th. That's what they got.
In the partners division.
Out of 12. No.
It wasn't 12.
It's 13.
12.
But we were in the top 10.
Yes.
Which is pretty dang good.
It was.
Me.
That's impressive.
It's not.
Better than deep.
I had,
there.
you guys heard some of my issues and stuff, and for us to kind of finish as well as we did. Adam is a true competitor, and he's,
Dude came on strong at the end too.
Well, he came on strong, but he absolutely hates the fact that we came in the 10th. And I was like, yeah, we got top 10, man. Yeah. And no, he's all jammed up.
Unacceptable. He's ready to move on.
Yeah, let's
reset.
He's looking for another league to join so he can.
He wants to.
Nice.
Yeah, he's ready to. Like I said, he's learning a lot, and so am I. So next year might be a different story. Stay tuned. I mean, everybody's going to be on the edge of their seat, I'm sure.
Oh, you know it.
I will be.
But Deke came on strong too. I'm surprised.
I improved. That's the whole.
You came like the last 5 weeks or 4 weeks. You were really making some moves.
Yeah. So it was good. It was good to, again, my goal was just to be able to shoot.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Getting the bow in your hands you're gonna see improvements.
Yeah. In our Kinsey's Techno League, I didn't look at where I finished yet.
Right.
I mean, that to be determined. I'll tell it, maybe next week or whatever. But we're fairly certain that Leanna pretty much, potentially, probably, most likely won that.
Nice.
So,
nice.
Yeah, and she was solid the whole year, and without any kind of real technical difficulty.
That's super cool.
So
I've only done those techno hunts, I think, 2 different times.
Yeah.
Do they do the scoring on those? Is it similar to like the traditional Mackenzie 3D targets, or is it more in line with the actual vitals based on the angle of the animal?
No, I mean it's techno hunt angles. You'll learn that the more you play it.
Okay.
Yeah, like there's some when I've done it. This isn't. I never did it at Kinsey's, but it's like you kind of were shooting what you always say, shooting for real world application compared to the 3D target.
Okay.
I've noticed like there's some variation, like you're saying, but it was from target to target.
If you're I mean, I don't want to get into the nuances of the
fun
techno
thing
hunt,
of the
but
techno hunt.
Yeah, but stay in the lungs. You'll do fine.
Yeah, is that target's still moving when you shoot?
Yeah.
So if they're taking a step as you're releasing, you're gonna be behind.
Yeah, it doesn't freeze till the impact, right?
Right. So,
which is real world.
Yeah, it is. That's one of the aspects I think is really.
There's a lot of wonderful things, but you can also develop some like trigger punch and all kinds of things that you have to work through.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to squeeze it off and know when to do it. And a lot of times they're standing still, but you can, get some kind of, if you do anything you do, you can get a bad habit out of it somewhere, somehow.
Right.
So, it's just putting in the time to figure out how to work through those kinks.
You got to know when to hold them.
And
know when to throw them.
Know when to walk away, which is now.
And know when to run.
Very cool.
I love it.
No, I think that's I'm really happy if Leanna did actually pull it off.
That's super.
I couldn't be happier. She's been. She won it like 6 years ago or something like that, but she was the only chick at the time.
Okay.
And then the last couple years, so she's been growing as an archer and finally is getting back on top.
Nice.
Yeah, so
that's sweet.
I'm pretty happy.
So one other thing I know I've got going on.
What's that, Bob?
Is I'm kind of getting the itch for turkey.
Really?
And some of that is as a result of trout fishing, because I got to actually shake hands and meet Danny Lease.
Yeah.
The other day. And while we were standing there, we're just chit-chatting. We're in the kids section of the creek near my house.
Two dudes standing in the kids section.
Turkeys going off like crazy in the background. You should have seen Karma.
Really?
When the turkeys started going off. He was like, yeah, she knows what that is, and she wants to get a hold of them.
No way.
She must flush out turkeys like she does
She's
pheasants
crazy.
or something. But
Awesome,
we were
dog.
just standing along that creek listening to that bird gobble. He couldn't have been more than 250 yards off. It was just,
Really?
oh, it was so cool.
It's starting.
Those little hairs in the back of my neck started standing up. I heard another one just now.
What?
Did you hear that?
It's a little late for them to be roosting.
It is late in the evening. No, but that was cool. Starting to get the itch.
Yeah.
Ready for some of that.
Yeah, I mean, that's 100%, bud. It's getting ready to kick off full swing. You know, some of our buddies at NWTF have some kids' days coming up real soon.
Oh, yeah.
We
That's
have
true.
Heartwood Outdoors Kids' Days coming up very, very soon. It's bearing down. I'd love to check in with some people, about that. Jerry from the Bearded Buck has his big spring turkey gobbler event.
Oh, yeah. Punxsutawney's going to light up.
Old Punxsutawney Phil. Punxsutawney Phil is not the only Phil when that, in the spring.
It's true.
Battle of the Phils.
Sees his shadow. So that's interesting as well.
You don't want to be there when that happens.
You can tell what month it is at some point.
They actually, when a Phil Buckman sees a shadow, that means that the
his shadow.
Oh boy, yeah, that's a sure sign that the turtles are coming out early.
Yeah,
Facing the moon when it's a waning crescent.
Oh, guys.
We love you, Phil. We'll see you. I can't wait for you to hear this one. All right, guys.
Nailed it.
Love it.
Another great week.
So I feel some hunger pains setting in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It smells a little smoky in here.
I need me some burn ends.
Well, that's good because there'll be some burnt ends because this episode is brought to you in part by Smoke in the Grove Barbecue Competition in Spring Grove, Pennsylvania, being held July 26th and 27th. Smoke in the Grove Barbecue Competition will have more than 60 pro teams competing for cash prizes and a chance to go to the annual Jack Daniel's World Championship Invitational in Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Ooh, wow.
And the American Royal being held in Kansas City, Missouri. These are big competitions for barbecuers.
Those are the cities I think of and just make my mouth water.
Yeah,
oh, yeah. They know barbecue. There will also be backyard competitors competing for other cash prizes and plenty other events. With great food, great music, and great people, Smoke in the Grove Barbecue Competition looks to create a tradition that we hope you and your family become a part of year after year. Man,
I know, I'm going back.
It should be a good competition.
Love me them burn ends.
Where do you go? SmokingTheGrove.com.
Yes, you do. Check it out. It's a free event to attend. So come on out, enjoy yourself. Lots of things to do.
It's another one of those events where you feel like a rock star. You're like, you just walk right in.
They waved me right through.
They told me I was a VIP.
Love it. So, Will, between now and Smoking the Grove starting, if I had to get me a little bit of a fix, what would I need to do?
I would go over to mfjerky.com. Go to mfjerky.com. That's Moses Family Jerky.
Sure is.
And I'd pick up some of those new snack sticks.
A whole whack of them.
Like teriyaki and the spicy.
So, Will, while they're there on that website, mfjerky.com, what should they do when they fill that card up?
I'd hit the Jerky Pursuits 15.
Ooh, yeah. Use that promo code.
15% off the entire website.
Nice.
Even these spicy snack sticks?
Even the spicy snack sticks.
What about the teriyaki?
And the teriyaki.
They're new and they're good, guys. Check them out.
They're delicious. All right, boys. Thank you so much. This has been a cool episode. Nice to catch up.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, bud.
Well, we're not hammering some Moses Family Jerky.
Right.
Dreaming about smoked meat in the Grove.
Punching those pads.
Punching those pads with our fins. Where can they find us?
Well, as always, you can find us at RuttenRiverPursuits.com. Follow us on all your social media properties, the Facebook, Instagram, or the Twitter.
Don't forget the YouTubes.
Yep. Just search Rutten River Pursuits in the YouTube channel. Look for Rutten River Pursuits Podcast. And, of course, the podcast itself, always available on Apple Podcast and Spotify.
Love that Spotify.
It's the bee's knees.
Get you some. Hey, and while you're at it, don't forget to follow each of us individually on Instagram because, man, we're always up to something.
Steve Miser, Check it out.
Is that the one you follow?
R2
I
Buck.
follow it.
Get on Steve and R2 Buck right now. They're probably still on the river.
R2 David Kyle.
That's an okay follow.
All right. Good episode, boys.
Yeah, buddy.
Love it. See you.
See ya.
Peace. Bring 'em with us. We were fishing the French Creek, which starts actually in French Creek State Park.
We call it Freedom Creek.
Freedom Creek.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
They said that you have calves only a cow would love. Is that true?
Well, I don't want to get into that.
That's funny. When a Phil Buckman sees a shadow, that means that the
his shad,
his
SHAD-O.
Oh boy. Oh,
we love you, Phil. We'll see you. I can't wait for you to hear this one.